Hey YouTube, it's Tamika. Sorry about the horrible lighting. I actually came to the closet because the lighting was bad in my bedroom. So I came in here, but it's not much better. So anyway, I wanted to do, I guess it probably won't be like a quick update, but I just wanted to do an update on what's been going on. Let me see if I can move. It's super dark. Okay. So, let's see. Well, today I'm 41 weeks, 3 days, and a lot has taken place. Things change after 40 weeks. One thing I've been really uncomfortable. Right after, I think at 40 weeks, I was given that homeopathic stuff, the black and blue kahash. I was given that, and it didn't work, clearly. And I actually stopped taking it because shortly after that, I started to get like really bad headaches, body aches. Like at a certain time at night, it was just like everything would go downhill. So me and my mom, we actually called the midwives because of how bad I was feeling. I didn't think I was in labor, but it just was different for me. So I called them one night. They called me back and they suggested that I take some Tylenol. So I don't have any Tylenol. My mom didn't have any. So we went to Walmart and got some Tylenol. And just, she randomly was like, you should probably check your blood pressure. My blood pressure has been fine, but I went ahead and checked it. And it was like 150 over 80 something, which was really high for me. But I had already called and they kind of blew it off to get some Tylenol and everything should be fine. So I didn't call them back that night. The next day, bad headache, body ache. Took the Tylenol. The Tylenol did help. I actually did my hypno babies that night, and it helped with that. So kind of got rid of the headache, and I was fine. So the next night, headache again. We're at Walmart for some other reason, and I take my blood pressure again. It's like 150 over 100. So I'm like, okay, I probably need to call. This is way higher than what it ever has been for me. So I called and told them, and for one, she asked me why was I still up at 5 o'clock in the morning. And I'm just like, my sleep schedule's upside down, which is kind of random that she asked me that. But it did take me an hour to get through to a midwife. But it was 5 in the morning. But either way. So they told me that we should come into labor and delivery to make sure that she was okay and just kind of see what was going on. So went into labor and delivery. They took my blood. They hooked me up to the monitors. Her heart rate was fine. I was actually having some contractions. This is Saturday night. I was actually having contractions. Not really anything significant, but she's like, so there is some activity going on, which even now I can't feel any contractions, but I am contracting. I guess they're still at like Braxton Hicks level. So stay there. They do a blood test to see, because when I get there, my blood pressure is like probably like 147. So she has me to lay on my left hand side, it really helped because my blood pressure went down to like 128, which is, I guess, normal range, but it's been at like 110. The highest was 120 like 3 weeks ago. So it's always been fine. So it goes down, they release me, and they say that I'm pretty good. So after that I leave, and the headaches and the body aches kind of continue. I'm put on like low-key bed rest. So I'm doing that, laying on my left-hand side, trying to sleep on my left-hand side. And pretty much, I guess at this point, since today is Wednesday, the headaches are gone. The body aches, it's a different kind of pain that's going on. It's like when I breathe in too hard, it's like, the best way to describe it is I feel like she's getting too big for my stomach. It just feels like she's really pushing up against stuff in there. So, let's see. Is that it for that part of it? Yeah, I'm pretty much just, I guess with the headaches and stuff, I've been in a lot of pain, and I've just kind of like wanted to just like, please, let's get this started, because I've been like hurting. What has helped it is laying on my left hand side, and every night I take like a 2 hour bath. Like when I feel the pain coming on, I'll get in the bathtub and just lay in there for like 2 hours, and that I think has gotten rid of the headaches and some of the body aches, because the pain doesn't really come to the end of the day. And today I've been pretty good. So I purposely missed my appointment on Monday because I don't want to start talking induction. I didn't want to start talking induction until today. I have a pretty bad habit of being late to appointments. One, because I always underestimate how long it's going to take me to get dressed. And I guess like with my job, it's pretty much I get there when I get there. So my time management is off, and I'm moving a lot slower. So I was late for my appointment today, and I guess the doctor was punishing me because what she did is I literally had to wait. Like, she said she would see me, but then I had to wait for 2 hours to be seen. When I had an appointment that was spaced out way, it was like that appointment was at 2, and then my other appointment was at 4:45, and I literally didn't leave that office until 4:45. Because I was being punished for being 20 minutes late. And I was actually late because it was in a hospital plaza. I had been there before, actually, for my IUIs, so I assumed that it was in the same building. So by the time we realized it, I think we would have been 5 minutes late, but we ended up 20 because we were in the wrong building. So either way, I was punished for it and missed my OB appointment. So that appointment did not go well. I was pretty ticked off at the wait. How long I had to wait. My thing is, if you're not going to see me, just tell me and I can reschedule, but don't, tell me I'm going back any minute now and then you not see me. Like, to me, that's kind of immature. So either way, they do my blood pressure. My blood pressure is like, I think it's in the 130s, like 137 over 80 something, which is better. It sounds better to me. It's not like 150. So it sounds better. And then I was a little flustered, so it probably was higher than what it really would have been if I wouldn't have been having such a bad attitude. So then we go into the sonogram room, and she's doing the measurement. She's asking me questions, which is the tech, asking me questions and stuff. Long story short, everything is good. Like my water is good. Her muscle tone, she looks good, but she measured at 36 weeks, and I almost freaked out. Like, I literally was, I don't know, it just was kind of baffling how I go in every week and they measure my fundal height, and my fundal height has been ahead of schedule, but she's behind. It just really pissed me off. So, and the woman even asked me, and I honestly didn't get enough answers at this place. Like, I'll continue. But she asked me about if I've been leaking fluid, and a couple, maybe 2-3 weeks ago, I was thinking maybe I was leaking amniotic fluid. My midwives, being so laid back and whatever, they didn't check me. So I was thinking she was insinuating that my water may be low. Before I left, they didn't tell me anything about that. So basically, she finishes the sonogram. She looks over it. She doesn't bring in any documentation to show me anything. She doesn't go over it. She just simply says, and then I guess, anyway, I won't get into all that. But she was like, do you not want to have your baby now? And I'm just like, well, I don't want to be induced. And she was like, well, our recommendation is induction. No, nothing. And she's basing wanting to induce the baby off of her being, I guess if I did the math, she's probably not a complete 4 weeks behind. She's probably like 3 weeks and some change behind. And that's based on a due date that's inaccurate anyway by 2 days. I'm getting real technical here, but it's based off a due date that's kind of inaccurate. And it's based off a how they do that 2-week give or take based on just their equipment. Not to mention she's completely engaged at this time. She's really low to the point to where it hurt for her to even measure her head, and she did her head measurement again just to make sure. So I'm sure that leaves, I want to believe that leaves room for error. Um, so just no real information, just we suggest that you get induced. So my mom is there and she knows like my plan for my birth and everything. So she's completely supporting my plan when I'm in thinking about Gabrielle and like, okay, she's in trouble, let's go get her. Not C-section, but, whatever. Then I get to the point to like where everything that I've kind of like, I'll say like with my midwives, they're pretty liberal. Um, they're pretty for like the natural, thing, and that's what I've strived for this pregnancy, and it's worked for me, doing the hypno babies and stuff. So her, like the place where she comes from is different from where I've been coming from my whole pregnancy. So just because I'm 41 weeks alone, she's thinking induction, period. So she's thinking induction, period, just because I'm 41 weeks, and then the baby's measuring small. So when where I go, we don't even start talking induction until 42 weeks. So I guess I wasn't scared because I know she's gonna be fine. She's just small or whatever right now, and I really just was anxious to talk to my actual doctor and to talk to my midwives. So when I get home, I actually get on the phone with my midwife, and she says like everything I want to hear. She really affirms what I'm feeling, and then it was an amazing conversation. She was just like, I know blah 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 what she told you, and I'm sure you want to speak to a doctor now rather than you went from speaking to a doctor to now you're speaking to a midwife, so you probably should speak to another doctor. And everything she was saying was straight from him, but I just like the fact that she just wanted to affirm me that what that lady told me was not kind of what they practice there, and that Gabrielle is okay. So either way, we talk, and she tells me that my water is fine. And okay, let me rewind a little bit. Last night, I'm like, I can't sleep. Mostly because I'm so excited about today's appointment, because I want to know, like, why isn't she coming and see her and stuff? Which a sonogram at 41 weeks, all you just see is like this big old belly and this big old head. It's not like when they were little and they're like bouncing all around. I couldn't see anything. No feet, no anything. She's so big. But, so anyway, she's just like, the amniotic fluid is fine. It's at a good level. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm jumping ahead of myself. I was watching this video, and when you go to the bio something profile or whatever, when you are either like, I guess between 37 and 42 weeks, when you do that, there's 5 different categories. I should link the video so you guys can watch. It's a really good video. It's actually a Kaplan video for, I guess, to tutor students who are taking their final exam in med school. So it's really like technical, but you can pretty much understand it. But so what they're saying is when they do the biophysical profile, I think it is, when they do that profile, there's 5 things that they're looking at. They're looking at the baby's heartbeat. They're looking at the baby's muscle tone. They're looking at the amniotic fluid. They're looking at, they didn't even have size on there. They actually didn't even have size on, from what I remember. They didn't have like what she's measuring at. Because at this point, really, what my doctor was even saying is some babies are born full term 7 pounds, and she's measuring 7 pounds 1 ounce. So some babies are measuring 7 pounds. Some babies are measuring 8 pounds. We all don't come out weighing the same. So he was just like, some people have to be small, which is, I guess, a little joke to make me feel better. So, and then I even asked my mom, how much did I weigh? And I literally weighed 7 pounds 2 ounces. So we're measuring the same. And he said that means a lot if her and I are measuring, the same. So either way, one factor, one thing that doesn't look good on the biopsychosocial, well, I'm talking work. That's an assessment we do. The biophysical profile, if one thing on the biophysical profile is not in line, does not mean that you need to be like cut open like a goat. So, So yeah, that made me feel better. And so of those like five to four different areas, she had a 2 and everything else. But that, if that's even a factor. So either way, from what he said, she was an 8 out of 8, which is good. It doesn't mean she needs to be delivered. Long story short, same thing the midwife was saying too. But what they did say is they think I'm getting, I guess, clearly like late onset preeclampsia, because there was protein found in my urine. It wasn't the first time it's been found. When I went to the emergency room, they didn't find protein in my urine. But today they found it. So it's not always in there. It's in there sometime. So what they want to do is they want me to go in tomorrow at like 8:30 in the morning, because I have an appointment for tomorrow anyway, because I missed my appointment today playing around with Dr. Seuss. But so I missed my appointment, and so I have to go in tomorrow, and I'm going to get this little jug where I pee in the jug all day, and I guess I give it to them. I've never heard of that before, but that should be exciting. So I'm going to do that tomorrow, and then I'm going to see my midwives, and they're actually going to do, which I'm excited about, they're going to do a pelvic exam on me to see how far dilated I am, because she was like, before we talk induction or whatever, we need to know the full 360 of everything at this point. So it'll be good to know how many centimeters I am dilated. She is fully engaged. Her head is like super far down, and she's tiny, so that was actually a good thing to hear, that she's not like 8 pounds, because I'm thinking like, okay, I'm 41 weeks. Last time I had a sonogram, and with my, the measurement of my fundal height, and I've been measuring the head, like she's like freaking 9-10 pounds. It's gonna be tough, but knowing that she's small is a good thing for me. As long as she's healthy. But they're thinking, I guess when they're small like that, they're thinking maybe like she's not growing the way she's supposed to, but she wouldn't be growing the way she's supposed to, because the placenta could be failing. But they're saying a good sign that the placenta is not failing is the amniotic fluid, and that's on point. So it's just probably she's just going to be a little girl, which works with me. Let's see what else. So I go in tomorrow for that appointment, and they're gonna, I guess, check my protein in my urine for the entire day. And then after that, I'm gonna get my cervix checked. I might ask them to strip a membrane or two, see what she feels about it. I heard it hurts, but I'm ready to get the show on the road. Then what she said, which I thought was amazing that she thought of this, like at that appointment that I went to with that specialist, fetal something, she, said I need to be induced. So to show up back there, because I need another sonogram on Friday, unless I go into labor before then. So I need another sonogram on Friday. And my options were to get another one through her, or to go to the hospital to get one, and I actually wanted to do that anyway. I'm just curious to see what the hospital sonogram text says, because it was just hard to believe that she's really measuring 4 weeks behind, and everything has been so good. But I guess it's at this point it's not. They may be measuring off track, because like I said earlier. Anyway, so that's that. I'm doing pretty good, because I've been feeling better. And one thing I can say is I have not been eating as healthy as I have been. I've been just eating whatever. I've been drinking sodas. I think mentally, when my due date came, I had my body back mentally in terms of like eating, because I've been doing bad. I've had Chick-fil-A. I've had McDonald's. I've had Hardee's. I've had it all. And usually I eat better. But I just feel sometimes, this could be crazy, I feel sometimes like I eat really, really healthy, and my body is just like, we need something bad in it. It craves it. So, and it's like after a long stint of eating really well. But this time, when I fell off the wagon, I never got back on. So, I'm trying to do better. This morning too was weird. I really think we're getting closer to labor. For one, I've been having to go like kind of like, I know this is TMI, but like do number two a whole lot, and it's been like how they describe kind of like diarrhea before you have the baby, because your system is cleaning out so she can pass through. And then today, legit for the first time the entire pregnancy, I threw up. Like I hadn't. There was one, and you know, it's always surrounding milk. I think I have a milk allergy or something like that, because I ate some Krispy Kreme donuts like 14 weeks or something like that. And I didn't throw up the donuts, but I just kind of like upchucked the milk. That was one time. And I think that was it. This time and I ate some weird stuff though. I had like a sausage. You know, you put like sausage in a hot dog bun. I had a sausage dog or whatever, I don't know. And then I had like apple and some pink with some strawberry milk. So good. And I ate it, and I wasn't like super full. It's not that much food. And I'm like, as soon as I took the last bite, I threw up all over my coffee table. Then I'm like walking around the room, and I throw up in the trash can, and I throw up in the sink, like full-fledged, letting it rip. And I'm just like, wow, first time that has happened during the whole pregnancy. So that is a sign. Then today there was more mucus. I think I've been losing my mucus plug for the last 2 weeks, but today there was like a nice amount of mucus plug. Nothing like you see on people's YouTube videos where it's like a big gob, but for me and for what I've been producing of my mucus plug, that was a nice amount. No blood or anything. I think discharge has picked up, even though I do wear a panty liner at all times. I think like the watery discharge has picked up. So tomorrow I think I am, since I'm getting a pelvic exam, I think I am going to ask her to check my amniotic fluid, even though the level is fine. I just want to know, am I leaking fluid? Let's see. Other than that, cravings have been the same. Everything has been the same except for pain. There's been times where I wanted to cry. I've been so uncomfortable. Sometimes I just wanted to take her out myself. I've been so uncomfortable. So I would say mentally prepare yourself, not for 40 weeks. Mentally prepare yourself for like 42 weeks, because I think mental preparation could help you, because I did not. I guess towards the end, I did see it going longer. I just felt she was comfortable. Like, I really have felt she's comfortable. I've said it. Maybe I shouldn't put that out in the atmosphere, but I have felt that she was comfortable. So I guess I'm not surprised I'm at 41 weeks. I would think maybe before I got pregnant, I would have been surprised that I would be this overdue. So just mentally prepare yourself. I'm not begging for an induction just yet. I don't think I'll get there. I think I'm pretty much down for the cause. I've invested a lot of time and energy into wanting to have a natural birth and doing the water birth and all of that. So, and I know with any Pitocin, anything, I can't get in the water. I may not even be able to get in the water now because of my blood pressure. So I'm working on keeping that down, eating. I don't know if Cheerios help. I think Cheerios does something for heart health. I don't know if it's blood pressure. But we're just working on keeping it down, laying on my left-hand side. So that's what I'm doing. But I just want to come by and do a quick update. Hopefully this is my last update. I can't imagine I would do another one before I go into labor. My mom has been doing a lot of recording. So, well, not a lot, but she's been recording stuff. So we're going to try to edit those videos, which clearly I'm not a video editor. But I'm pretty savvy with the computer, so I want to learn anyway, so I can produce a better quality video. But so that's pretty much it. Hope everyone's doing well. Thank you for watching. Later.